This was a chess match against a 2000 rated player. It ended up in a draw by repetition. I was white, they was black, and several of the best moves were played. We started with the Vienna game, king's pawn to e4, responding king's pawn. Bring out queenside knight, c3, brought out the bishop. Respond by bringing out the king's knight, and they move their bishop twice, losing a tempo. I missed an opportunity, they say, to strike the center, and instead I prepared to develop my kingside light squared bishop. But before doing that, I wanted to reinforce the center pawn and open the diagonal for my dark squared bishop. The opponent castles kingside, and I fianchetto my light squared bishop. They develop an activated knight, and I push towards the center. They say I missed the opportunity to castle that time, and yes, I did. I capture with my knight, and again, another bishop move. They move that bishop a lot. That's an unfortunate error. They could have developed their rook, pinning a piece to my king. And I missed an opportunity to retreat my knight. Instead, I go forward with my knight and do an exchange, which opens the b file, half open. I develop my dark square bishop to give it more scope. Though they say that's a mistake, I should have put the knight on the rim, though that's usually grim. And then they strike at the center. In response, I take that. But they say that I permitted the opponent to develop a piece while also winning a tempo on a queen. Yeah. I guess it's true, but I should have castled, they say, but instead I was preparing for this b-file attack, which they did set up next. They could have prevented me from castling right away. Instead, I should have castled, but I doubled up on that b-file. Then they moved their light squared bishop in to prevent a castle, and I offered the exchange that I do a manual castle, but they retreated. So no thanks. So I go up there to plug that hole with my knight, and then they strike at the center. Although they overlooked an opportunity to reveal an attack on the rook. In what way? Could have done that. They say this exposes an attack threatening a rook. Oh, it sure does. The rook on AH, yeah. But I think I saw that coming, so I fianchettoed the bishop back. And again, they bring their bishop back. I'm thinking, what could I do? I didn't really know what to do at this point. And so that, yeah, Stockfish says that was a mistake. Instead of, I should have castled and given up. Say I should have castled and given up that piece. And white would have won a bishop? Oh. Well. Found a clever little move there. And I'm trying to eye the open file and get to safety. Of course, they come in. I was expecting that. Should have brought their knight in, but we're both a little short on time. I step the king away from the checking queen to bring the knight in, and I say, I guess I could have done the exchange, the rook and a pawn for 2 minor pieces, but wanted to keep my rook. I come in and threatening checkmate. Simply kick the knight away, push towards the center, and they decide to get the queens off the board. I see that we're now even on material, and I'm a little bit better here. A little bit better. They challenge my rook for the open file. I defend the rook by doubling up this battering ram. We do the exchange, and they start pushing pawns. Oh, I could have gone to the 7th rank. It's true. It's usually the best practice is to get to that 7th rank. Instead, I overlooked an opportunity to activate the rook. That's what I did. Of course, they're going to defend that pawn. I'm going to start bringing my king in for the end game. Their king is blocked off right now by my rook. I'm going to continue to advance my king. They want to get into the action with some counterplay, but right now I'm considerably better. Engine says plus 2.8, but that move set me back. We're even again. What was the best thing to do? Go after that isolated pawn. Now they've stopped me from winning it. I kick the rook. Now I'm a little bit worse. My opponent is a little bit better, a lot of bit better here. I'm running out of ideas here for the end game. Gave him a considerable advantage by playing too passively here. Of course, they don't have a lot of great ideas now either, and it's balanced back out. I'm a little bit better here as I move in to whittle down the king's side. Now I'm playing a little more forward thinking, moving into their territory, trying to shut off these files. That's a little bit like Go, trying to keep the advantage here. And I'm considerably better at this point. The only move that would have worked was to not retreat their king, but to get more active. And I missed my opportunity to really get my king activated here. Yeah. Wow. They're going after my isolated pawn, and I say, I'm short on time, so let's chip away at the king's side again. Real short on time. They get in there with their rook, and they're evening things out, chipping away at my pieces. Still pretty even at this point. And now it looks like we've reached kind of a drawed position, where I'm just going to keep pressure on that knight. Or the rook, I mean. You know, I did play a little bit better. I guess those instructional videos I've been watching have been paying off. Paying attention. The opening was a little chaotic, but we both held on to the middle and in game. Fairly even. They sure found some good moves. Or perhaps a better way to say it was I didn't find the best moves. Missed some great ideas. Could have played a little more aggressively. But overall, I'd have to say I was satisfied with the draw. especially being as my opponent was rated in the 2000s. It was like 2,200. You know, I'm only 1,300 rated. Yeah, 2,212. Draw by repetition. So thanks for watching. I hope you found this video to be enlightening. And yeah, let's play.